Why originally did Mother God and Father God split off from Source?
So, Mother God, the Father of a manifestation, and Father God, a Godhead.
Okay.
It's not the easiest thing in the world, but to describe to you. But I suffice to say that essentially the relationship that they share together is the relationship that we sometimes share with one another. You're looking a bit puzzled.
I
Have you got
am.
any questions?
Well, I notice, for instance, when I connect to Mother, Father God, that I will very easily connect to Father God. But Mother God seems to be more absent. And I'm rather curious as to why that is.
Because Mother God is not within the Father's light at present.
So I don't connect to them at the same time. I would connect to them separately. Is that what you're saying?
Not really. There's not such a thing as separately.
I don't know how else to put it.
I'll try and help. So
maybe change my focus is a better word. Focus on one aspect more than the other. Is that a better word?
That's a beautiful way of putting it.
Okay.
And that's the reality. I mean, it's
Okay.
yeah. I mean, I'll try and tell you a little bit. Just let me think now again. So essentially, the mother's energy is magnetic, and essentially the mother's energy is magnetic. The father's energy is light. And the mother's energy contains that light. The mother's energy opens a space for that light to fill. And at the minute, because of what happened between the mother and the father, she is not within his light, but that is what's happening on Earth at the moment. She's how do I say? She's transmuting held emotions that have been in denial, that she is held in denial, and she's moving towards the Father's light. And that is their reality, you know, and in some respects that is the reality we share with them. But when you communicate to Mother or Father God, it's like you said, it's about focus and it's about intent. And when you communicate with Father God, he is aware of that and you connect with him. Likewise, if you want to connect with the mother, you'd have the same outcome. You know,
Okay.
It's essentially, you think, so you said that Mother God is absent, which is, I mean, I guess it depends which way you look at it. I would say that Mother God isn't together with Father God at the minute, but in some respects they are together at the moment. I know that can appear to be, and it certainly sounds a little bit cryptic, but I guess the point that I want to make is what's happening on Earth has wider implications within the cosmos. And Earth was originally created as a sanctuary for the mother and the father.
Okay. Is there going to be a full reconciliation at some point?
Yes.
Okay.
It's it's not really my place to say, but I just did, so never mind. Um, yeah, yeah. I think the mother will probably, well, she would like to speak. I think I've spoken enough.
All right. Thank you so much.
My
Appreciate
pleasure.
it.
No doubt see you soon. What was it you said again? Something along the lines of, oh yes, he's always around.
He's always around, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, my pleasure. It's I like to keep an interest in certain people that I find have potential. You're one.
Thank you.
And I think your work for humanity is admirable, and I would like to commend you for it, if I may.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. And I think you perhaps it's a little bit too early to know, but I think maybe you found your right place.
I believe I have.
I've more come for a little bit of chat, you know,
Good.
more than anything. I know this is a little bit unusual, and it's not really how these things proceed. And I would like to apologise, but sometimes I like to do things a little differently.
I rather like it this way.
Good, yeah.
Spontaneous.
Yeah. So what Yeshua said is true. You know, it begins with Godhead. You know, what happened between the Father and myself happened a long time ago, and it's happened at the beginning of creation. We didn't have the relevant understandings to make. We didn't have the relevant understandings to ensure children have the right upbringing. It's not been easy. It's been very difficult. I mean, it's the Father and I, because we look at things differently, and the Father has a very bright light, and myself, I'm more reflective of that light. You could almost say that I'm his conscious in a way. And he didn't accept me for who I was initially to begin with. And he didn't accept what I was reflecting to him. I was reflecting what he was in denial of. He wouldn't accept this, and he wouldn't accept this because he didn't know at that time. Now he has the relevant understandings to heal. I need to heal, he needs to heal. And there will be, there is a reconciliation. Being with my husband is my right place. And I have been denied this place for too long now. And I'm going to take this place. And my husband is fully aligned with me, whether people like it or not. A lot of this is about shifting emotion. This is what this appears to be about. This little meeting you have here. This is what this is about. It's about the theme of it. It's about shifting emotion, because a lot of people are only willing to accept positive emotions, and they must also learn to accept negative emotions, no matter how uncomfortable that is. In short, and I understand this is somewhat abrupt, but suffice to say that humanity has been given long enough, and a lot of that is through guilt, both on my husband's part and my own part, and neither of us have any more time for this. Humanity will evolve, and those that do not evolve will be lifted from earth and removed and put somewhere else where they can evolve and they can move at their own pace.
What do you recommend as the best way to access our negative emotions and accept them?
I would say now is a good time to, now is a good point more than anything to begin from. Be aware when you feel a negative emotion, and accept that negative emotion. And when you accept it, when you allow yourself to feel it, the will is healing itself and releasing that emotion. That's a good place to start. And then it becomes something you develop, something you become more aware of. I think it's important not to be scared of feeling these negative emotions. And I think it's also important to allow yourself to feel this fear, because it doesn't last forever.
No.
It's important that you accept it, because accepting it is accepting myself.
I think for most people, when they feel the negative emotion, there's a feeling that it's out of control, that it will take over.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. People feel there is a fear for the will, and this is what this is about. This is my power, the Father's power, His Spirit, as Neil pointed out to you before. That's what this split between spirit and will is about. That's what happened between myself and my husband initially at the beginning of creation. He was fearful that and he was scared that the will was trying to take over, that I was trying to have my way. And that's not it at all. I was trying to be myself, and I didn't stick up for myself, which is something that I should have done. But now I have understandings that I need to recover that lost will, and to recover my own lost vibration. And essentially, humanity either keeps up with me or it doesn't, because this world will ascend with them or without them.
Yes.
Their choice. Accept me, accept your emotions, positive, negative, or don't. Don't. You're lifted from earth. You see out whatever it is that you had a desire to see out. You have your own place, and you have your right time.
Yes. But how does the feminine step into her power once more?
Are you speaking from a personal perspective?
Yes.
So I think it's, so first of all, I think it's important that you get to know your will. Your will is part of who you are, whether you choose to accept that or not. You can speak to the will in the same way in which you can speak to the body. You have that ability. That is completely your choice. the will has to heal. It has to recover its lost vibration. And essentially, the will is feminine. When it recovers its lost vibration, essentially, you will become more feminine. But that's completely your choice as to whether or not you wish to embrace that. But again, these are things that take time. It's not something that happens in a short space of time.
What is where I place my focus? If I choose to focus on the will, does that assist with the process?
So, yes, I think it's as a general guidance to everybody, really. I think it's not the easiest thing in the world, and I think it depends whether you are will orientated or whether you're spirit orientated. The idea is eventually that you balance the spirit and the will in the heart, and you see your will as an equal. The will doesn't serve spirit, and neither does spirit. The will doesn't serve spirit, and spirit doesn't serve the will. Right. You asked about focus. That's completely your choice, and where what you had in mind, what you wish to achieve, what you intend, what you desire. The idea is that you accept every aspect of who you are, your body, your will, your spirit, your heart, and they are in alignment with one another. That is your totality of being. Then you align with Father God in His light. Ultimately, you accept your will. Your will recovers its lost vibration, opens up space. You give your spirit to that space, which is essentially your love. Then you heal. So, what do you focus on? That depends where you're at. In the way I see it, this will embarrass Neil a little, but I'm going to say it anyway. You are feminine in your own right. I've had a long time to study humanity. I think this will cause some controversy, but I'm going to say it. I think some people's self-image creates confusion. And I think this is more about who they are as a soul. But I think it also has a lot to do with conditioning and society as a whole. And that's all I've got to say.